Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Play the Hits. Nick, I'm calling it. Alan Wake is dead.
That's why we held a wake for him.
You know, there's not too many games that, as I'm playing it, like I'm just thinking to myself, I'm not having a good time. Like, this doesn't feel like a game to me. It feels like work.
Well, you know, I'm sure 10 years ago that would have been a far more interesting experience, but as it turned out, it's 2020. Joe Biden is president.
Yeah, right. Well, apparently.
Microsoft has asked us not to vape directly into our new Microsoft X1 boxes, so times have changed. What are we playing tonight instead?
We are playing Megaman Zero, which is one of my favorite Mega Man X games.
I was disappointed to hear we weren't playing Mega Man X, but I'm relieved to hear we weren't playing Mega Man Battle Network.
That would take a while. So I'm going to start a new game here. I've already played a good portion of this. So, Nick,
Okay, first off, robots can't huff and puff. I'm just throwing that out there.
I think she's a doctor. I think the guys following her are robots. Or
no,
there's also cyborgs.
Everyone's a robot. It's the future.
That's right. Everyone's a robot. That guy just bled. So did that guy.
Maybe none of these guys are robots.
So Nick,
Who's Mega Man gonna kill?
Am I correct in understanding that you've not played these at all during the GBA days?
No, I was keenly aware of them, but never got around to playing these. I heard they're significantly more difficult than the X series.
They can be, but it's kind of it's sort of difficult in the way that like the original Mega Man games were difficult. Like it's just about like mastering the controls and like figuring out the enemy patterns. Like you can't, tank your way through boss fights, but they all have pretty identifiable patterns that you can get the hang of. I'll probably die a good number of times, but I don't picture this being a particularly long run through.
7 episodes later.
Yeah, I'd probably give it 4 or 5-ish. Now,
where is this in the Mega Man timeline?
It's, I think, a couple centuries after Mega Man X. So, like, X is gone, Zero's shell is here, and they reactivate him to, save the world.
So who's our main villain here?
I haven't played this since 2003, so I forgot.
I think it's Dr. Wily's head in a jar?
Right. It's
That wasn't a joke. I thought that was who it was.
No, it's Headless Agnew you're thinking of.
Complete opposite.
No, so if I remember right, do you mind a mild spoiler here?
I don't play these games for the narrative depth. But...
Okay, so the final boss is actually X, but it's not. It's a like rogue AI that has taken control of X. So like
the rogue AI that's not Sigma.
Right. So if you notice the robots here, they all actually kind of look like X's armor. So
okay,
that's kind of your first clue. So like it's duplicating X. It's trying to take over the world by becoming as strong as X.
Okay, so let me ask you a question. Which universe ruled by robots is more horrifying? Repetitive robot takeovers, which universe is more horrifying? This or the Terminator universe?
I'm going to go ahead and say Mass Effect.
It's like no matter how many times they destroy Skynet, it still fricks at the timeline anyways.
Also, I really dig this remix of the Mega Man X theme.
These were for the GBA, you say?
Yeah, and for the GBA, they actually had really good audio design, which is pretty rare for that system. Mission!
Okay, maybe it's Mega Man ZX3 that had Dr. Wily's head in a jar?
Maybe.
I don't know. I know that you fight Dr. Wily at some point in this series.
Alright, let's see here. We are going to tinker with the controls a little bit, I think. Yes.
So let's see, what are you going to swap? A and B, perhaps?
Main weapon, Y, jump, B, dash, R, sub-weapon, X. That feels right. Or do I want dash to be A? Nah, well, yeah. Well, let's try that for a little bit. There we go.
What is this series? What is this game called again?
Mega Man Zero. It is absolutely wonderful. I played all 4 of them back in high school and very much enjoyed them. Like I said, they do take a little bit of getting used to, because they control a lot like Mega Man X, but they are significantly more deliberate than Mega Man X.
There's also a bit more of a building RPG element to it.
There's a little bit. It doesn't overdo it, though. The fourth one is probably the most heavy on the RPG elements, if I remember correctly.
I see.
So like, as the series progresses, it becomes a little bit more RPG. The other interesting thing they do is they're all technically side-scrolling open worlds. They don't quite have the depth of, like, say, Symphony of the Night, but they do. You are able to go. The map is interconnected, is what I'm saying.
Okay.
Yeah.
And a total side note, it's not Dr. Wily I'm thinking of, it's Dr. Veal. Or Wheel.
Ah. Which one
and
was he from again?
I guess, appears in the next game.
Oh, man. I'm actually having no recollection of that. But like I said, it's been a solid decade and a half since I played any of these. Now, the really embarrassing thing is I did pick up this collection when it first came out, like, I want to say 6 or 7 months ago. Maybe a little bit more than that, even. And just haven't gotten around to revisiting any of them.
No, those things happen. Free time is precious these days.
That it is. Oh, shit. Oh no, I'm not strong enough. Rats! I bet I could have taken him. Alright,
Is this like one of those things where you could totally beat him like Ridley?
Right. No, I don't think so. You're supposed to get the Z-Saber. So, if you notice this weird, like, glowing light with an X over it, who could that be? That's the real X. That's what's left of the actual X.
Well, you took every single one of those blocks to the head.
I did. Why can't I use the Z-Saber?
You hitting the wrong button?
No, sub-weapon X button. Oh. There we go. I have to, I think, switch the controls up a little bit more. That was a very near fatality.
Right in the intro, too.
Yeah, right. Well, because he wouldn't fucking use his saber. Zero, is that my name? Oh no, I have amnesia. Amnesia, the Zero Descent. Ugh, I can't remember. So, Nick, I know we've had this conversation many times on this channel, but just for the sake of the new series here, your favorite X was X4?
Second favorite. My favorite was X1.
Oh, okay. Yeah, the classic.
The best one in the series.
Yeah, you can't go wrong with that. I don't know. For me, it's a toss-up between X and X4.
Well, I mean, no one's going to pick any of the other X's in that series. I mean, X1 was great. Really good soundtrack. Had really kind of a darker, more kind of mature motif. 2 felt like a Saturday morning cartoon. 3 was just a double, triple down on the difficulty for no good reason. 4 had some cool stuff. I don't even remember 5.
There we go. So I thought X1 through 4 were very good. 3 kind of...
they were all good, just varying degrees of quality.
Yeah, I think 3 kind of got a little bit mundane, but 4 totally redeemed it by, giving you the split characters to play as.
Isn't 5 the one where Sigma's trying to ram the satellite into the Earth and you've got like a time limit?
Well, you know what's kind of... Yeah, I think so, but you know what's kind of hilarious is that the like quality of the games went down. Like, you could tell they were operating on like a shoestring budget after X4. Like X1 through 4, like 4 was clearly meant to be this like big cinematic masterpiece, and in a lot of ways it was. But like X5 had like, you know, the still frames instead of the like full animations and like no voice actors and the recycled sprites and everything.
Yeah, that's true. I remember that. 4 also tried to hint at the, I guess, larger X expanded universe.
Mm-hmm. Well, like
I guess 5 and 6 tried to do more of that, but it didn't do it very well.
No. Yeah, so the funny thing about that is X4's ending implied that there was going to be like a forced battle that was going to take place between X and Zero that neither of them wanted. And then the rest of the series happened, and they just never got around to doing that, I guess.
And then Sigma was behind everything.
Yeah, right. How many times can Sigma fucking be behind everything? It's kind of like Dr. Wily. Why don't they just shut him down after?
Just 2 jailers go into Dr. Wily's cell, you know.
Right. just strangle him with his own shoestrings
around his neck, and yep.
Hello, Carlo. So, what was going to be my question here? Oh shit, I lost. Oh, did you ever play X7 or X8 on the PS2?
No, I think the highest I got was X6.
Yeah, I went through X6.
Whatever came with the original multi-pack.
And, you know, X5, I was already thinking, like, not crazy about this. But then X6, I really didn't like. So when I saw, like, X7 show up on the PS2, I was like, oh, you know, maybe they're trying something new and interesting. No, not that way.
Yeah, both the X series and the Castlevania series never seemed to really take flights on the PS2.
No. Yeah, for Castlevania, like, Lament of Innocence it had a good combat system, but, like, the rest of its very flawed design couldn't make up for the rest of its really flawed design.
All the Castlevania games came with too many asterisks or qualifications. You could just never say they were outright good.
Yeah. So you notice I'm dashing everywhere and getting my ass handed to me. That's one
thing.
I
didn't want to comment, but yeah.
Yeah, I've got to unlearn that here if I'm going to.
No, that's the only way to move in these games. This is why I could never play the Mega Man X remake on
PSP?
The PSP, because they didn't allow you to do that.
Oh yeah, that's right. It was a lot more kind of slow going with the controls, wasn't it?
Yeah, and I felt like I had slugs for feet, and I didn't play much of it.
I'm going to try to regain some health here.
It seemed interesting, but no, it just was not fun to play because of that.
Yeah, I dig.
I'm sure everyone else enjoyed it, though, so...
I thought it was kind of cool to see the game in a new light and to play as Vile, but...
Yes, and it was cool. It just, that wasn't enough to carry me through another playthrough of a game I've played 20 times already.
Well, on the plus side, it's still Mega Man X, so even if you do go for another playthrough, you're really only committing yourself to, you know, like an hour and a half.
Yeah, that's how quickly I could beat the game if I was able to dash around.
Instead of fucking 2 hours like a chump.
Now I gotta walk like I'm not some sort of robot with jets on my feet.
Right? You give me jets on my feet, I'm gonna use the jets on my goddamn feet, okay?
So, does this game have 8 Robot Masters? I kind of missed that.
It does have Robot Masters, but I'm not sure if it's 8, and they're more organic. You don't select one and go to their level.
Okay, I kind of missed that because I was looking up the lore of what happened to Dr. Wily.
Wily? Dr. Wily?
He just kind of disappeared.
You know, Max and I have been having this conversation about Mega Man 8. What's your thought on Dr. Light's voice actor? Did they just, like, wheel an unfortunate stroke victim out of, like, the sick bay and make him read a script, or...
I don't know. As I recall, everybody was intolerable voice acting wise in that game, but I haven't played that game for almost 12 years.
Right, but Dr. Light was the only one that I thought... Here's the first boss. Dr. Light was the only one that I thought might be, like, not there of his own will, you know? You must be some of the garbage. Hee hee. Just in time, I'll dispose of both of you together.
Laugh? Can they laugh? Because that's like a very human reaction, right?
Yeah, you think?
Like, I don't know. Boy, that is one kicking soundtrack.
Yeah, I dig the soundtrack in this game.
You have no ability to charge your blaster?
Not yet. So the other cool thing, sort of.
Maybe
cool.
you should dash under those instead of jumping.
Okay, yeah. Sorry, reacquainting myself with the damn game. Words. Your weapons upgrade as you use them.
Oh.
They upgrade fairly quickly, but there is a progression system. All right, let's do this.
All right.
For real this time.
That was the practice.
That was the practice.
Pretty sweet dodge to start off with, and...
All right, it's okay. It's okay. We're going to be fine.
Oh,
here.
no, we are far from okay. So I'm noticing his health bar has the Omega sign next to it, as opposed to, say, the Sigma.
Right. Oh, shit. He just got a hold of me. All right, I'm dead again.
I'm guessing the Z-Saber takes out more damage.
It does, but you run the risk
riskier.
of, getting in their face and getting hit.
Yeah, it's the thing about these games. You do a little better every time.
Yeah. We'll get it. We'll get it. I'm not worried. Hey, help me.
That guy's definitely worried.
And you know what's interesting? This is one of the only boss fights in the game where you're actually on a time limit.
Yeah, but you've been dying, like, far before that's been an issue, so there's no worries. I see what you tried to do. It was a good idea.
Come on, come over here.
Well, what's your plan here?
Hit him.
Okay, all right.
I'm gonna shoot him. Idea. I'm gonna jump and I'm gonna shoot. This is jump shoot, man. God, I can't get that timing right. Oh,
that was impressive, but
jump and shoot, boy. Yeah, okay. All right.
Yeah, that doesn't appear to be the place to try to get a Z-Saber strike.
I was gonna say, maybe before taking on, like, the first boss in the game, I actually, like, take the time to explore and,
just focused on using your nice, safe Z-Blaster.
Yeah, you're probably right. Hey, help me.
Go for the easy, guaranteed kill.
Yeah, and then when the timer runs out and he's only at half health, that's when I'll start panicking.
No, you're doing some mental calculations. You should be fine. Worst case scenario, he gets low and you rush him with the Z-Saber since he'll be near death. You should be able to jump and then slide under those, right?
You'd think.
Why am I getting, like, Metroid vibes here?
Oh, come on! Oh, Chris. I'm my own worst enemy here.
You truly are. You're getting nervous and overcompensating.
I am. Nick. Just like prom night. Yep.
Well, gonna be a long 10 episodes.
It's okay. It's gonna be okay. So, I am not going to go straight into the mission.
Oh, you're not going straight to the mission?
No.
I guess you can just hang around the base for a while, Zero.
I guess you can go...
We can find someone else, it's fine. We'll get someone else to help.
Zero, please. Where are you going? I'm going on a treasure hunt. Well, it's kind of funny because that's straight up what the game wants you to do.
It's a little bit of, like, open worldness to it, or?
Yes. Yeah, like I said, the map is large and interconnected.
Oh, I thought that was Luigi. I was so confused and a little scared.
So if I can just find some enemies to kill, and I can get my Z-Buster up to where I can charge it to the 3rd level, I should be good. Energy.
So, it's almost the end of the year. What's your game of the year?
Oh, this is going to sound funny given what we just went through, but so far I'm giving it to Doom Eternal.
No, I was going to say Alan Wake, what?
Yeah, no. So, Cyberpunk 2077 obviously isn't out yet, and so I'm pretty much like, if it comes out November or later,
I'm not convinced that game even exists.
Yeah. So if it comes out November or later, I basically consider it, you know, like a game for the following year, because that's when I'm really going to actually play it.
Have time. Yeah.
So like, yeah, November, December, those aren't 2020 games; those are 2021 games. So for 2020, like games that I actually played this year, I've got to give it to Doom Eternal. I mean, okay. I wish you could see it, but it is absolutely a phenomenal action game.
Yeah, well, from what I saw, it looked pretty solid.
Yeah.
And, I mean, the last one didn't disappoint either, so...
No, Doom 2016 is excellent, too. Though, so the great thing... Go ahead.
No, I was going to say, so then what comes out next year, now that all, like, the big-name things the industry was kind of waiting on came out this year?
Oh, that's a good question.
Like, Ghost of Sashimi and
Ghost
Cyberpunk.
of Sashimi.
I know it's got an actual name, but...
Ghost of Spicy Sushi Roll.
You know what I mean.
I do.
And then, I guess Assassin's Creed, another one came out.
Oh, Valhalla. You know, that's
week?
probably the first Assassin's Creed game where, like, I don't even have a passing interest in checking it out sometime. Like,
yeah,
I'm just done with the series, you know.
Well, like I said, it's Assassin's Creed, another one.
Yeah, I really feel
like
it's
not even they're not even games about assassins anymore. It's just open world exploration. It's just Batman without Batman.
You know, yeah, that's not a bad way of putting it.
Which, yeah, it's not necessarily bad. It's just,
Hey, give me
it's just not interesting because I've seen this 20 times already.
Right. Yeah, no, Assassin's Creed for me really peaked at Black Flag.
Mm-hmm.
And it had some good games after it, like ones that I enjoyed playing through and would play through again someday.
Varying degrees of quality. I heard that after a while, Origins was good.
Yeah, Origins was fine. I kind of fell out of shit. I can't remember its name. Odyssey, because it was just too much. You know, like I love a good open world game, but like it could not keep me engaged, and like a lot of the side content it really did feel like homework. All right, I guess I'm going into the mission. I guess I just got to get good.
I guess so.
So here's the thing that I'll actually be doing this time, though. I'm going to take on a bunch of enemies to upgrade my gear, which does not take long. It's just...
As for me, I was out of there by Assassin's Creed Revelation, or Brotherhood, I think. So.
Ooh, Brotherhood was great, though. I really liked Brotherhood.
Brotherhood was about the point in the series where I felt like I'd seen everything it had to offer.
You missed out on...
We're going to go around and stab people again, and maybe make a guild, and then have a city-building mini-game for some reason.
I gotta say, you missed out by not playing Black Flag, though.
I heard good things about it, but that was about the point in my life where I was like, I don't have time for a 100-hour game again.
It's not quite that. I'd give it like 50
says
hours.
The man who has played a couple 100-hour games since. But
says the person who, like, ran FF14 into the ground.
Oh, God, yes. Oh, yes. Well, I don't know. There was a... I don't know.
Is there
anything... MMO. That's a special case. I mean, you wait 3 months if you're bored, and then it had all new content.
Yeah, I was just going to say, is there anything in that game you and I could do together as, like, part of a Play the Hits stream?
No, I'm not going to dust off that account. It's too old at this point. Then I'm already playing an MMO of sorts.
Oh, so really? What are you playing?
One is kind of my limit right now. Oh, that would be Genshin Impact.
Oh, yeah, that's right. You did tell me about that.
Yeah,
how is it?
Kind of have to throw some qualifiers out, but I absolutely love it. Its progression is great, and its open world aspect is like exactly what I wanted from Breath of the Wild, but never got. So
very cool.
It leans really heavily on loot box mechanics, but like I can control myself as far as that goes and not overspend, so I'm fine. But no, it's for a free-to-play game that doesn't even cost money to install and play initially. There's an amazing amount of polish and content.
Yeah, usually those games tend to boil down to just like a pay-to-win sort of thing.
And it has those mechanics, but you never have to spend so much as $1 like I did in 60 hours in to like enjoy it. Like it's entirely all optional, and they give you a surprising amount of really good free good characters. You know, like they don't stick you with a really bad team and like, well, if you want a good team, you gotta pay money. So yeah, I mean, everything you can do in the game that's enjoyable, you can do for free. And that's how I got my $5 endorsement check. So
the only like loot box game that I've ever really enjoyed is, interestingly enough, also the only mobile game that I've ever enjoyed, and that's Final Fantasy Record Keeper. And it plays a lot like what you just described. There are, you know,
all of these mobile games have the same exact premise. Like you can buy items. There's usually a battle pass. There's a energy recharge that you can pay money for to speed up. Yeah,
and it has absolutely all of those things, but it's the only one that I've ever seen where, you know, I haven't spent $1 on that game. It's completely free, and I've kept it completely free. I have never made a purchase in that game, and I've got like a team of like level 99 unstoppable, like, you know, I've unlocked all of like the hidden limit breaks.
Right.
Yeah. So it was kind of nice. It's a great way to pass the time, you know, when you're waiting on a meeting or in a Zoom call that just doesn't matter.
Is going to treat it like a mobile game and not a, you know, game, then yeah, you're able not to fall into those traps quite as much.
Right.
Yeah, it's all about self-restraint.
Right.
But I will admit, every now and then it is nice to be like, you know what? I could just slap down $10 and be done with this.
Yeah. Okay, we got a 1-up.
That'll help when we get to.
And we got a Cyber Elf.
What when we get to Thunder Cougar Falcon Bird or whatever his name is.
Yep.
Aztec Thunder Cooper Falcon Bird.
Okay, that's gonna help us.
Oh, good, you got the charge.
Yep. Now to upgrade the saber a little bit.
Speaking of falcons, did you know the Maltese Falcon novel was banned in America for quite a while?
Really?
Yeah, it was an old detective novel. This intrigued me because I was reading a book about the Korean War, and that came up, and I thought, well, that's a weird thing to say as a throwaway line. And it turned out the guy who had written it was, I can't remember his name, but the author was like an avowed socialist, and this was during the McCarthy era, so he was blacklisted.
Right. Yeah.
So that's why that seemingly harmless book was blacklisted.
Speaking of McCarthyism, when do you think Trump will actually, you know, leave the office? Or is he gonna have to be escorted out?
Well, you know, anyone who tries to make predictions about this man is usually wrong.
You know, that's what I keep telling myself. Like, on the one hand, you know, by the numbers, it's clear Joe Biden actually won this thing, and that they're probably...
I had read that Joe Biden actually beat Trump by the same margins that Trump beat Hillary.
That's interesting.
Mm-hmm.
And not only that, though, but, like,
oh, neat. That'll do you no good against the boss, but...
Well, there's a jump spin attack that is very useful.
Oh, okay. That could be useful.
Yeah.
Go ahead. I don't know. I mean, he's down in his golf course pouting while 250,000 Americans are dead during a raging pandemic.
No, I'm not asking should he have ever been in office. I'm saying, do you think like there's going to come a point where he just admits to himself, you know, like I have to go home, or?
No, I'm just trying to get my mind in the mindset of a man who's okay with that.
Right. Oh yeah.
Like what they do. You know. I mean, obviously, there's the hard deadline in January when we've got to inaugurate Joe Biden.
Right, that'll be awkward.
And the part of me wonders, like, how close to that do we get?
Well, right, because
he's gonna wait for a good opportunity to go out on a high note. You know, I think he's really gonna stoke the fires of the pandemic to make it look like Joe Biden, you know, really
Yeah, like the pandemic
really
is Joe Biden's fault.
He's going to try to kill as many Americans as possible to blame Joe, so he makes himself look good when he runs again in 2024 and wins.
But yeah, like the craziest thing that I've heard out of all of this is apparently he is like having his staff like compose like a budget for next year. Like and like going through all of the motions of
that's business as usual.
Yeah, like I'm still president.
Right.
And which is mind-blowing when you think about it, because it's not just Trump being Trump. Like, he's actively making other human beings do work, like a lot of work, like detailed, grueling work that will be thrown away. Like, not used, not so much as looked at by anyone else.
Welcome to the life of every congressional aide who's had to help draft legislation that's never even looked at.
Yeah, that's fair.
But I get your point.
In a way, they should be honored. There's only a select group. Most people have to get elected to do this kind of menial labor.
And it never gets read.
All you had to do was stroke the president's ego, or if you're a female, his penis. Weird mushroom penis.
According to Stormy Daniels. Now, which is funny because that was first referenced in our Doom stream, and tonight we were supposed to be playing Doom Eternal.
Yes, and we still will. I just want to figure out why in the hell Discord won't let you see the damn game. But no, like, so for me, like, it's like, what does Stormy Daniels gain by lying? She could have said.
What does anybody gain by lying? They get a really good story that makes people buy their book.
That's true, but she already had that story. Like, the penis detail was really just like, I had to, tolerate this. Like, she didn't have to say it, but she did, and it was great.
Valid point.
And you're right. We did. It was during Doom 2016 that we played where that story came out. Yeah. And we can never play Mario Kart the same way again. There it is.
Do you think we're okay? There, okay.
All right. You can now perform a triple slash. Damn it. Well,
okay. Again, that doesn't no good, but
whatever. Better than nothing.
How do you get more health in this game?
Oh, like increased health bar? It's the cyber elf mechanic. Those glowing orbs of light that the enemies drop sometimes. You just use them on Zero, and he becomes stronger, faster.
Do you have any to use?
Temporarily stun some foes. No. Oops. Well.
Oh.
Cool. That's cool, Chris. Whatever. Anyways.
Probably strong enough to beat the boss now.
So on the plus side, we did upgrade our gear a little bit.
It's like all these guys are temporarily stunned.
Oh, right. Well, I guess the Cyber Elf wasn't completely useless.
Or completely misused, I suppose.
I wouldn't go so far as that. I didn't exactly need it to get through all this, but here we are. Well, at least you got to see what they do. What some of them do. Oh,
so basically they're fun little items you can use.
Yes, they just add interesting mechanics to the game. Fucking. There we go. All right, cool. I'm just taking it. Give me some of your health. Give me that HP up, baby.
So let's see, what else is noteworthy going on these days?
Let's see here. God damn it. Oh, whatever. Ugh. Hey, Cyber Elf.
I guess these guys do kind of look like X.
Yeah, just really lame, inept versions of X.
Well, I started painting my house this week. That's my news.
How's that going? That's usually the go. Son of a bitch.
Ooh.
The go-to response when having to paint a house. Ugh.
Painting walls, I've found, is absolutely nothing. It's the trim work and detail work that is the huge pain.
That's one of the only things I don't like about this game is that there's a criminal lack of checkpoints.
So yeah, I got my walls painted on Sunday, no problem. Then realized the trim and the doorways and everything else is what's going to take all the time.
Yeah. Yeah, the walls themselves, like the big blank, empty, open spaces, are never that bad. I've got to actually start trying.
Oh, I thought you were trying to hit every enemy.
Now, come on, Chris.
But at this point, I've almost got the master bedroom down, which just leaves the rest of the house.
Fuck it.
Good lord, even I've got this stage memorized at this point.
Oh.
Now, here's the question that's more interesting as opposed to when will Trump man up and admit defeat, which he won't.
No.
I think he'll never concede, he'll never admit defeat. He'll say that he was robbed, and he'll just use that to be an aggrieved president
bitch
in exile for the next 4 years.
Yeah,
so
there's
that.
You're right about that.
But the more interesting question is, how much of a lockdown do we end up with nationally?
Oh, yeah, dude.
Because we're heading back to that.
Well, yeah, and it's interesting, too, because, like, the other day, like, I heard Fauci say, hey, you know, there's a possibility of a vaccine in the imminent future, but not before we have, like, another massive lockdown and the biggest death toll yet.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Well, I mean, the whole coronavirus thing is, messaging has been all over the place, so I don't listen to any of that at this point.
Uh-huh.
I mean, we've gone from masks don't help to they do help, but they don't help you, and now this week it's masks help prevent you from getting the coronavirus, and they said that all the kids were going to die once they went back to school, and then they didn't, and I mean, don't get me wrong, this thing is still very real, but good lord, the messaging has been garbage.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
Speaking of which, you are kicking this guy's ass.
Yep. Charge shot.
Well, it turns out you didn't need any skill, you just needed to, grind. In a Mega Man game.
Well, you know...
You just needed to grind.
You're not wrong, but that's really about the extent of the grind in this game.
I guess Governor DeWine over here is getting ready to, we've got 1 week to get our act together, or else he's going to start closing restaurants and bars.
Yeah.
And I guess he's doing an unenforceable state face mask mandate.
Oh, really?
So, well, basically it's like if you walk into Walmart without a face mask, Walmart gets fined. So now...
So they're actually going to start enforcing it.
Yeah, those poor minimum wage workers are going to be stuck enforcing it.
Yeah, right. You ain't gonna tamper with my freedoms? For $5.95 an hour, you bet your ass I am.
Oh gosh, exactly.
Your freedom or my pay, asshole. I'm sorry. So yeah, it turns out that guy's actually pretty easy to kill when you're not trying to knock him to death with a pea shooter.
Yeah, you just had to show up later with some advanced weaponry, and there you go.
Elf has not grown up. Well, sorry.
What are these? The Chow system from Sonic?
Actually, yeah, pretty close to that.
Yeah,
okay, so these guys are energy tanks. All right.
Because when I want to play Mega Man, I think Gigapets.
Yeah, they're level D. Codename Destroy. You suck. Oh, clear time 1343 because of all the grinding. Yeah, they do grade you, but it's pretty inconsequential. You really are the legendary Reploid.
Oh, at least they still call them Reploids in this game.
Oh yeah, it is a direct follow-up to X. Like, same universe, same timeline, everything else. It's just 100 years later and everything's gone to shit.
I can't buy it because there's no Sigma, and that guy could just never die.
Well, so basically, like, in this edition of Mega Man X, Sigma has basically won. which is kind of an interesting take.
Really?
Yeah, like they like
Six
he
Sigma's
never
won, but there's no Sigma. Well, you mean his goal was accomplished?
Yes. So like as you can see, everything's in ruin. So like he never like won a fight against X and Zero. He just came back so many times that they figured, fuck it. All right. So
he fought the entire world in a war of attrition and won.
Yeah, right. God damn it. He's not very strong, but he is persistent.
I like that. He fought a war of attrition with the entire world and ultimately won.
He did what he had to do for himself. All right, so what happens here? Thanks for feeding me Zero. Climbing is my specialty. It's already fully grown. So, what happens when I use it?
Weird things this week. I suddenly felt compelled to get back into RuneScape.
Oh, really?
Did you ever play that back in the day?
I did, but man, like in 1999.
Oh, Lord, I know. Now, I mean, I didn't, but I spent an obnoxious amount of time on the wiki this week, reliving old memories. I guess you can play old school RuneScape as it used to be.
Ah, interesting. So these big ones that you can level up, they give you a permanent upgrade. So now I can do this like super fast.
Now you've got that. That'll help with bosses, maybe.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. So basically everything you do makes Zero just a little bit stronger. I'm interested in your story, but I'm gonna like blast right through it because I don't really care. I just want you to give me your treasure.
Does Vile ever make an appearance in these games?
Not to my recollection, no.
That's a shame.
You got a cyber elf.
Or maybe not, actually. I mean,
a cyber elf. Let's see, is this one that I have to feed? No. What does he do? It can slow time. This one is resting in peace. Oh, that's the other interesting thing. So there's a lot of cyber elves, as you can tell from like the massive open space here. But once you use them, they're gone.
Oh. Huh.
Which doesn't truly matter in the grand scheme of things because you can straight up cowboy your way through every boss if you want to. Well, like you can just be good, but they're there as expendable items to give you an edge.
Huh. Still, interesting concept.
Yeah. What do you got for me?
Oh, in answer to my question before, I know what we're looking forward to next year. Resident Evil 8?
Duh, Resident Evil 8, yes.
Or, okay, is Resident Evil 8 The Village, or is that a separate game? I get confused on that sometimes.
No, I think Resident Evil 8 is called The Village, right?
Okay.
Sometimes they just tack on a subtitle for no reason.
I think you're right.
I'm 99% on that one.
Yeah, but I'm legit looking forward to that. That's going to be enjoyable.
Oh, yeah.
And I think that's it. That's all I'm looking forward to next year.
FF16 I'm looking forward to. I know we disagree.
That's coming out already?
They say they're trying something different. They're not announcing the game 10 years before they redevelop it. They say it's already in a playable state.
Thing, isn't it? It's going to be like, here's the base game, and we're just going to keep adding to it every few months.
It may not even be like the best Final Fantasy we've had in a while. I just want to see them like actually say they're going to release a game and then release it. Like that would be a really refreshing change of pace for Square, given their performance the last decade and a half. Because, like, if you recall in the 90s, granted, games didn't have nearly the budget or development time.
Maybe that wasn't a bad thing.
But they were releasing Final Fantasies pretty regularly. Like, when you think about it, 4 through 9 came out in the span of 7 years. And they were all very good games. You know, some better than others, but they were all, like, complete stories, front to back, coherent with great gameplay. And then, 10 hit, and it was a little bit of a hiccup. Then 12 was awesome, and then,
And then what Then we've got what we've got now.
Yeah, that we do. Okay, so we can now select our mission. So instead of like the boss screen thing, like where you can pick what enemy you're going to take on, you basically get this screen and you kind of like pick your objective. So let's try find shuttle.
Pick one.
Oh, this is the desert one. Okay, I remember this boss. He's a little bit of a pain in the ass, but he's got a pretty okay pattern to memorize. He's just really aggressive.
What do you think is the problem with the Final Fantasy series? That it's a multi-$100 million mess every time, or
it is. I'm sorry, but like 14 had the most coherent narrative of the last 3 games, and it was freaking an MMO.
And it was a game that literally had its entire lore nukes a year
right,
into after release, and then started over.
You are
and then
100%
brilliantly worked
correct.
that into the narrative.
All right, Chris, now don't dash every time. Oh.
That's like a little robotic antlion.
Oh, so another kind of nifty thing about this is that in certain missions, you can interact with the world in ways that changes the map in other areas of the game.
Kind of like how you did in 1-ish, right?
Yeah, a little bit. Oh yeah, like with Chill Penguin and everything. Yeah, you're absolutely right. It is that same kind of thing.
Interesting.
So like, for instance, here, there's another part of the game that if I do it first, I think all of the machinery in these sand pits is broken.
Oh, that'd be handy.
I mean, they're not terrible as they are, but it is a neat thing.
I see that it says you're level D on your health. What does that mean?
That's just my
How
current.
does that go
That's
up?
just my current mission rank. I suck basically.
Does that affect like stuff?
No. Weirdly enough, no. It's. I think it's all pride. Like, can
Because
you
I know,
get an A or an S?
I know that mattered in Mega Man 5 and 6. Like, if you didn't get like A rank, you never got items.
Mm-hmm.
But it was never explained how to get an A rank, so I never got it.
Yeah,
Hey,
you're right. And you know, to your credit, there may actually be a mechanic like that I'm not aware of, but overall, like once you
That's what this game needs, is one more mechanic.
Once you like get down the like cyber elf stuff and upgrading Zero, it becomes a lot more like, you know, kind of the classic X formula. It's just with the X games, because they were first and foremost, you know, action platformers. You never really had to grind or upgrade. Really, you had the tools that you had out of the box, and you killed the bosses for the rest of them. My name is Anubis. Necromancis the Third. My name is stupid, and so I'm mad. Okay, so these animal guys are like the sub-bosses, and then there's like more humanoid robots that are like the big bosses.
Okay, gotcha.
So Fenrir is one of them. On guard, old timer. Fuck you.
This guy looks a lot easier to... oh, he's got like armor?
Duh. Oh shit. Okay.
Oh, hey, robot mummies.
Yep. Gonna have to remember his pattern.
He's not really a necromancer. He's more of a technomancer, huh?
Yeah. Well said. Alright, now these parts suck.
Ah! That was a good dodge.
Oh, his rod is the worst. That's the only thing that has a realistic chance of killing you. So it's basically just be patient, hit him with your saber.
Okay, so these pillars are basically just the fire pillars from Castlevania.
Yeah. I wish those guys dropped health.
Well, of course they're not going to do that. Those are boss minions. Okay, good dodge. You might actually pull this off.
No.
Or choke right at the last minute.
Nah, but we got him, though. We got him. I got his pattern. Like I said, he throws a lot at you, but it's all smoke and mirrors. Once again, the strategy is never to, like, go balls to the wall, like, in their face. Just be
Don't
patient.
be overly aggressive.
Yeah. Like, plan your hits.
Final Fantasy, do you think had the most bizarre storyline?
Oh, shit. Sorry. Most bizarre storyline?
Maybe now's not the best time.
No, that's okay. Most bizarre storyline. I'm gonna give that to 8.
You think so?
Yeah.
8 was weird.
8 was very weird.
Never played 8, but I was keenly familiar with it. I saw most of it played at some point.
It
8 was weird.
It had an amnesia subplot and a like end of the world time compression thing. It was cool. It also has like
weird, but not the good kind of weird.
Yeah, I mean there were things. There were things that I very much liked about it. I feel like I lost my mojo there. There were things that I very much liked about it. But there were some like kind of contrived bits. And it also suffered from, kind of the late 90s Square Enix translations a little bit. So I feel like there's parts of the story that I don't understand, but not because it wasn't there. It just wasn't translated correctly.
Oh, like some of that stuff, like with like some of the Turks not actually getting killed, but sounded like yeah.
Song in FF7.
Not that it really affected anything, but
no, you are correct in that.
Yeah, see, I felt like Final Fantasy IX's plot was weird, but it worked.
Oh yeah, 9 was wonderful though.
Weird.
9 was the best kind of weird.
It came so close to not working, but it did.
Oh no! That's stupid. I got screwed over by the text box. I couldn't see where the pillars were popping up. No, you bastard! Oh. Damn that Z-Saber upgrade. Alright, this is my last shot at him.
I like how we went from we've got this to
no, strangely enough, the closest,
Georgia's heading for a recount.
Right? The closest I came was the first one where I sucked. But now we've got the spin jump, so
it's the ads that are giving you the most trouble now.
Right. Oh, come on. If you want me to jump over the pillars, don't make the pillars unjump overable.
You just gotta hit them at the right height.
Yeah.
Okay, halfway point.
There we go. Shit. Damn it. No! No!
Can you not walk through them when you're invincible?
No, well, you don't get much of a you don't get much of a frame an invincibility frame.
Mm-hmm. Huh.
I'm sorry we asked you to go on a mission that you clearly weren't ready for, Zero. You suck.
You tried, Zero. You tried.
Let's destroy the train.
Let's jettison all the experience we just acquired and try something completely different.
No, actually, I think I'm okay. I after that first one, I think you get to... Yeah, I got to keep everything. So, like, that's kind of a cool thing, too, if you... Platform is in the other direction. Thank you. I was looking for items, Seal. What was I just gonna say? So yeah, like if there's a mission that's too hard, maybe just like go to another one, like get your bearings and come back to it. Though I'm fully convinced that I could have taken that guy if I just weren't so impatient.
The equivalent of going and farming E-tanks.
That was cool. That was a Mega Man 1 through 6 trick there.
That was a Mega Man fail. That was a mega fail.
That was a mega fail. I also don't have any lives, which is cool. It's not your fault. Thanks anyway. I love her, like... it would have been nice if you you did what you were supposed to do, but...
We spent so many resources reviving Zero, and this is what we got. Occupy Wall Street, what?
Wait, did I straight up fail that mission? Or does it come back later? Look at that, like it's gone now. I don't remember that. Let's go to... Let's go to retrieve data. That's interesting. I know this game was kind of like open-ended in its structure, so like you could fail certain things, or they would go in different directions.
Really thinking there'd be some mechanic with the lights.
Oh!
Oh, your level is now F.
It is F for failure.
Oh, maybe you can't destroy it.
Nope.
Or maybe it's like the bubbles from Link's Awakening, or The Adventures of Link. It just takes forever to destroy.
All right. Cool. Glad I could see him.
Well, it wouldn't be an ambush if you could. See, there you go. I hear Nintendo is possibly coming up with a new Metroid game for, I don't know, what is it, the Switch?
Oh god, please let that be true. Cool, Chris.
Ah.
Boy, I just kind of suck, actually.
Oh, you only had the one life?
Yeah. I gotta say, though, I'm having a lot more... But don't worry. I'll try to hack into the enemy. She just, like, keeps compensating for all of my failures. That's awesome.
Where was this chick during the Sigma Wars? She's got it all under control.
Okay, clearly you can't beat Flame Dragoon, but don't worry. I'm working on a sprinkler system that'll render his abilities useless. We're gonna make this work, Zero. Don't worry.
Oh, Lord.
I promise you, like... Hey, you know, I heard that the guys downstairs in R&D could really use some coffee. Do you wanna run and get them some coffee? Because the whole fighting robot thing doesn't seem to be working out.
It's not your fault, it's our fault. Well, go down there. What's down there?
I wonder if there's a hidden base somewhere. Guys,
you just die.
I just die. Okay, now you can proceed. Just proceed very carefully.
This looks more dangerous than the original route.
Right?
This is very non-linear. How nice.
Yeah, it's kind of a cool system. I mean, you're seeing like the absolute like worst use of it because I'm failing everything we try, but
now, oh, this is going to be interesting. How do you get across to... Okay, I see. Remind me, did you ever play Paper Mario?
I played a good amount of the Thousand Year Door, but no. To answer your question, no, I've never given Paper Mario the time or respect it deserves.
I recently just replayed that. I was really surprised. That game really holds up well.
Wait, are you just talking about Bug's Life?
A Bug's Life?
Or Bugtail or Bug Land?
Oh, well, I could just substitute Thousand Year Door for Bug Fables. And
Bug Fables.
The conversation would go the same, except I think Bug Fables is just a little better. But no, I just replayed Thousand Year Door, like I said, as a ROM. And you could re-release that game with no modifications, and it would still be better than most of the stuff released this year.
Wow.
What a solid game that was.
I will definitely actually have to play that for real.
It's a long frigging... Well, you know, you might as well, if you're going to play that, you might as well just play Bug Fables, which is a little shorter. And I think it's got better content overall.
Okay, interesting.
I mean, it's Paper Mario beat for beat, but they had a lot of fun extra side quests and stuff.
Uh-huh.
And instead of the typical battle system of Mario and a partner, you had a 3-person team, which allowed you to kind of mix things up and try different strategies, which was really cool.
Oh, that is cool. Nick, I know we're at the hour mark, but I'm
optional bosses. What was that?
I know we're at the hour mark, but I am dead determined to get through one fucking mission.
I wanted to see you beat at least one boss. It doesn't... I don't know if we're gonna see the... I don't know if we're gonna get there.
Have they found you? Are you alright? Yeah, they found me. No, I'm not alright. I'm probably gonna die again. You're probably gonna want to send someone better in to do my work for me. Oh my god! I died trying to get the help.
Oh dear.
Oh no!
Are they just starting you with 1 life now?
Yeah, I made the mistake of saving with 0 lives, so...
Oh.
I just let an entire prison full of resistance fighters die. It was not your fault.
Oh no.
We've got a problem. Zero just can't do it, guys. Oh my god.
What's going on? Like,
you're
just gonna keep failing till you fight X?
I think so. I don't think I've ever done this bad before. I mean, I mean,
this is bad. This is bad.
I'm not sure if I've ever seen this. Am I getting, like, the absolute, like, fail ending? It's I who regenerated X. Oh, interesting. But X is... Oh, no. We should go now. Help everyone evacuate. Save data before starting mission? Sure, what the hell? Let's follow this through. Like, what happens if, like, I am completely and totally inept, as I seem to be?
I mean, the world can't be destroyed. It's already destroyed. I mean, we're basically in Mad Max territory here.
Oh. I can't remember...
Which was an Australian movie, interestingly.
Oh, what was it?
Yes, I learned that fact earlier this week. I found that very surprising.
I forget where the engine room is.
Well, that was easy.
Turn on the elevator. Well, glad all of those really useful energy crystals are gone. Okay, we're done here. You know, guys, I really feel like reviving Zero was not our best tactical decision. Maybe we should have held out for base. I feel like base could have... base was around here.
With Wily.
I think we could have gotten base at some point.
Why did we revive X in the first place?
Hope. I don't know.
Not hope against... I mean, I don't know. Was Sigma dead at this point?
I'm not sure. Well, there were these, like, cyber bitches killing everybody, so they thought maybe X could bail them out. But turns out it only made it worse, and now they've got X clones everywhere.
You would think that reviving the hero legend would be a good idea, but
yeah, backfired pretty hard on him. So despite what you're seeing here, like, which is pretty much on par with how I was playing in Alan Wake, I still consider this game immensely fun and actually worth playing. Like,
yeah, you might not be our go-to guy when it comes to 2D side-scrollers.
Nick, you insult me.
I'd like to take an opportunity to talk about my upcoming Donkey Kong Country 2 stream.
Oh, that's right, yeah.
I love that game, and I'm pretty sure I can still 100% it without thinking too hard on it.
Well, do you want to play it 2 players, the question?
Well, see, I don't have my Switch currently is the issue, so I may need to...
so no, you do not.
Wrong bet. I would like to, yes. Hey, it's Flame Monkey.
Oh god, they're throwing a boss at me? Yeah, I am pretty out of date.
This is like watching a Windows 10 computer smash a Tandy.
Oh God.
Oh, and he's got a shield and he's got a ton of health.
Right? Yeah. Clearly, I'm a player who struggles against this game's mechanics. Let's throw a boss at him. I didn't do any damage to him whatsoever.
Flawless victory.
Yeah, right. Holy
Lame
cow.
Monkey wins.
Oh wow. Okay, so at a certain so there is no like bad ending. It's just at a certain point they have you restart from a save point until you just like scrape by with the resources that you need. If that makes any sense.
They're not giving you your traditional 2 or 3 lives?
Let me see here. Let's see what happens now that I've reloaded a game.
Because that's what was killing you. You just didn't have the ability to continue.
Right. I wasted all of my lives on that desert boss.
We've wasted all of our lives.
Yeah. In which case, in episode 2, I might just like go back and like take the time to patiently go through and get to kind of where we are now, but with, you know, more lives and like actually paying attention to the game itself. Let's see here. Yeah, no, I have 0 lives.
Yeesh. Boy, this game put you in a fail state, huh?
Not really. Like, if nothing else, I can always just go back and forth like on these screens until one of these guys drops a 1-up. Like that's always an option. I mean, I'm not going to do it here because we've been out of time, but yeah, next time on Play the Hits, let's give this a little more work. I wanted to play something tonight since we couldn't do Doom Eternal.
Something is better than nothing.
Yeah, exactly. So, like, whether this is a full project or just kind of an introduction for you to Mega Man Zero, I'm good either way. But yeah, we've got to finish Mario 3. I'd love to see you play Donkey Kong. And most importantly, I'd love to like actually get Doom Eternal to work. I don't know why the hell it didn't.
I wouldn't get my hopes up too high. That sounds like just a conflict with Doom in general, because we had that same issue with Doom, the first one. We
did. The thing is, though, we did get it sort of working by using Steam, but just with a massive delay. So there is always the option to play through it that way, and like I just adjust my commentary accordingly. Like I don't react to things in real time. Now that wouldn't be too hard to do.
We'll see.
All right. So next time on Play the Hits,
we'll take more hits. On
yeah,
Play the Hit.
I mean, my little one just sees like a penis. That is a penis, right?
I mean, that's not what I saw, but
now you can't. It's just a penis with legs.
It's like something out of a
Holy
creepy body horror movie.
Why? Who built? You know, there was someone in weapons research who knew what the fuck he was doing. You know? Oh god, we'll see you next time, Nick.